Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're listening to The Drop, our weekly podcast of... Now we have two podcasts. I should be saying one of our weekly podcasts. And then you'd have to throw in Fuel for the Soul. So really one of three podcasts that we do. But this is the fun one. I mean, not that the others aren't fun. I'm going to dig myself a hole here.
Yeah,
I just enjoy this one because it's a time to catch up with Robbie and Megan. And we get to... chit chat and go over our running, talk about what we're running in. And of course, Megan, we get to mention the sponsor, Lagoon Pillows. And I saw Emma Bates on one of these.
Yeah, Emma has been using Lagoon Pillows just like us. That
seems to be part of her success.
The stars are just like us.
Yeah. It seems to be working maybe a little bit better for her. I don't know. Maybe she's got like a special Lagoon pillow.
You know what? I like that she actually went through all the stuff because like normally we just talk about it as a pillow. You take a test and you get the thing. She's like, you can fill it with more stuffing or take out stuffing. It's got a washable cover. Mm-hmm. She covered everything really well. I was like, damn, we need to get...
It's like a Thanksgiving turkey. You can put in as much stuffing as you want.
Got to get Emma on the team.
It's a weird analogy.
Shove
that
stuffing in there. Yeah, turducken.
Turducken.
All right. Anyways.
But yeah, so in case you guys haven't heard by now, Lagoon is again a sponsor of this episode of the podcast. And if you want to go get a custom Lagoon pillow, you can go to lagoonsleep.com/believe. There's a link right on there to take the quiz, answer all the questions about how you sleep.
Yeah. And according to Megan, the owner is a good runner.
Oh,
bringing that back.
We got to bring that back every time.
Every time.
They should do a collab with Inside Tracker where you have to submit your blood type to figure out what kind of sleeper you are.
Nah, man, you got to do it with Satisfy and charge $1,000 for the pillow, and it comes with like some sort of exotic French scent when you put your head down.
I think you just sew a tag into the corner and then
I know how to tag.
Yeah. Speaking of Satisfy, and they have a new collab just dropped, or it's coming out soon. I think it comes out when this podcast comes out. The Satisfy and Crocs collab.
Yeah, so if you want to spend more money on Crocs, this is the one.
Honestly, I think it seems like one of the few Croc collabs that I'm like, okay, there's actually some functional elements into it. It's not just rebranded. So I'm like, okay, maybe it should cost a little bit more.
Do you see, like I saw it, what it has is basically has almost like a gator.
I know because I just wrote the...
on it. You just wrote the copy for it? Yeah. Okay, so it's got a gator on it. But like, I'm looking at that and I'm going, yeah, that's a shoe I wear back and forth to the pool. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a hardcore dad shoe.
It definitely... I mean, aren't Crocs
Crocs?
hardcore dad
like
shoes?
The Soleil one, I think is kind of cool. It has that fingerprint. And you see the kids wear the normal ones. Like, I think they're pretty popular.
I mean, but at its core, though, it's like...
This
really
one looks like
is...
If this one was, what's that, Orvis? If it was an Orvis collab, I would be like, oh, that makes sense. It looks
fishing.
it looks like an Orvis Croc. Did you tell people how to get a Lagoon pillow?
Yeah.
I did. I forgot to say, though, use code BELIEVE for 15% off.
Well, it's in the description.
Yeah.
Just read the description.
Read the description.
Everyone does that, right?
Yeah, everyone.
But it took me a long time to get on the Crocs wagon. I'm still not sure I'm on it, but I feel like the Satisfy one, I'm like, I could get on it.
I like it. I would definitely rock it.
You're not, Meg?
Definitely not.
I would definitely wear it. But I bought Crocs, and Megan got almost mad at me. Like, I remember when they came, she's like, what did you do that for?
I'm sorry. It's wearing Crocs is
It's
about
like
as
giving
cool as riding an elliptigo.
It seems...
Oh,
man.
Oh, wait, you just
I saw...
There goes our Elliptigo contract.
Where did I see someone riding an Elliptigo the other day? It was amazing.
It does. I don't care where you are. When you see someone riding one of those, you stop and watch.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it breaks the laws of physics.
Yes. And like Megan said, it's impossible to look cool on that.
No, you know those...
it's like moonwalking great distances.
But forward. What are those insects, like Jesus bugs or something? Jesus lizards?
Jesus lizards?
Yeah,
that run on the water.
That's kind of what it looks like, but on land.
Except for those look cool because you're like, wow, it's walking on water.
Wait, are they actually called Jesus lizards?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can
literally walk on
water.
Okay.
I don't know. I think in Spanish they're Jesus. Lizard de Jesus.
There's a band in the 90s called Jesus Lizard, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
But yeah, in Spanish it's Lizard de Jesus.
All right. Oh, okay. So I'm not wrong. There was. Jesus Lizard formed in 1987 in Austin, Texas. Cool.
Makes sense.
Anyways, so yeah, the Crocs. I don't know. I think the comfort alone. I mean, look, we wear the Deckers shoes, which we love. Those look crazy.
They look crazy, but it's like Hoka looked really nuts, and now you see them everywhere, and they kind of have become chunky but acceptable.
Yeah.
Like when you see someone in Hokas, you're not like, that's weird. Look at that. When I still see someone in Crocs, I'm like, you're wearing Crocs.
I read something, and I don't know if this is true, like which came first, the chicken or the egg, but the movie Idiocracy. Have you ever seen that?
I saw this post where they talk about basically everybody, because it was Crocs was just coming out. Mm-hmm. And they're like, these are ridiculous, never going to make it.
Yeah.
Let's put everybody in these.
Because it looks like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw them, though, I wanted them.
Really?
I was in Vail, Colorado at a ski shop, and they sold them as like après ski shoes. And at the time, they only came.
One of the most pretentious terms in the world.
I know. It took me a while to figure out what it meant, but the Crocs came in one color. It was like this Gardner green color.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
And I was like, they looked exotic.
It's like John Deere, but without the deer.
Yeah, but they looked like Swedish or something. I thought, oh, this must be some, because you're in Colorado and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'm like, it must be. And so I was like, I kind of would like those, but then just was like, eh.
Yeah, was that during because there was like that first phase where they were popular.
Oh, this was before,
and then it
the
died,
first
and then it
popular.
came back.
This was way before they became.
Look at you.
Popular. Well, it wasn't me. It was the ski shop.
I know, but you had the eye for it. You could have been in on the ground floor.
But they were kind of cool, and you're like, oh, that's neat. And then I started seeing people wear them, and then I started hating them.
Yeah,
and
it's like it was like Vibram, but for normal people.
Or you mean like the 5 fingers?
Yeah, it was like when you saw people, there's like a visceral like reaction to it.
Yeah. But
sorry,
I mean, it kind
we're
of
just alienating half of.
No,
we're
but
just taking chunks of our audience.
Elliptigo,
Get outta here.
Vibram, see you
Get outta
later.
here. I bashed Ultra in my email last week. It's a joke. I make fun of everyone. I make fun.
Did people reach out to you and get upset?
I'm shocked no one did.
Okay.
But
so when those came out, you have to understand Birkenstocks were popular. So these look like rubber Birkenstocks at the time.
Yeah.
Like they had Birkenstock had those mules that you put on. That
oh
was
yeah.
leather. So you're like, okay, it's just a rubberized version of like a Birkenstock.
I had a pair of those clogs, the leather clogs, you know what I'm talking about? But it was from Bass, that shop.
So the knockoff.
I guess they're real comfortable. I wore them way too long, and look, this is the time of John Mayer and Abercrombie.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
It got foot grease in it.
No, but I was at the beach wearing one time. And you know how there's horseshoe crabs everywhere?
Yeah.
It tried humping my shoe.
Oh, that is incredible.
A horseshoe crab?
Yeah, because it looks like a horseshoe crab, like a clog that's you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Brown leather
yeah,
clog.
yeah.
And it came up and started, because they're all mating on the beach, and it came over to my clog and trying to impregnate.
Well,
it,
I have to say,
I don't know what that looked like underneath. I didn't want to look.
I
But
mean, I have to say your clog might have been asking for it.
yeah, I mean,
It's on the beach hanging out.
it was basically wearing camouflage horseshoe crab.
Plus, you had that ocean scent in there.
Yeah, it was all the parts. It was really ready to go. Anyway,
I blame your shoe.
I will say though, what's the horseshoe crab blood thing?
Oh, I know something about this too.
There's a specific blood that they get from horseshoe crabs.
That's
like
cure cancer or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's something. Oh man, that's gonna drive me crazy now.
Who figured this out?
I don't know, but
right after Robbie's shoe got molested, they took it into custody and they're like,
That checks out.
let's try this on.
Yeah.
believe it or not, I'm really donating to science. I'm trying to read with something and talk at the same time.
And before people come at me, don't at me about victim shaming the shoe.
Yeah.
So it's a joke, people.
So it's used, a protein in their blood is used by pharmaceutical and medical device manufacturers to test their products for the presence of endotoxins, bacterial substances that can cause fevers and even be fatal to humans. So it's like the only thing that works, and they have to harvest horseshoe crabs' blue blood to test out these pharmaceuticals.
That's where they got the term blue blood for, meaning that you're very aristocratic.
Means you look
horseshoe crabs.
You look like predator. Or
Do you know
or
what I
alien.
learned? I learned that they used to have to harvest like bovine kidneys or something. It was some kind of kidneys so that they could get insulin before they created a synthetic.
Is that like sheepskin condoms? Like that was like the original condoms. It's like everything came from animals until they synthesized it.
Yeah. I mean, that does kill the mood if you have to kill a sheep every time.
That is true though, right? Yeah. Like
I'll be right back.
in the early 1900s, I think that's what they did. You know that?
No, I did not.
The crazy thing is
actually
how
true.
they found out that sheepskin felt good.
I think they
Oh
still.
my gosh.
I think they still use it. Look. This is still a thing.
Yeah, you can. Ramsey's.
Is that
I think it's a brand.
we should test the one in the CLA bathroom to see what kind of.
That one was definitely.
Actually, why don't we do our
If it was
next group
someone-
run? Our next group run, we should advertise it as a
A bang bus.
yeah.
If it was a silly bathroom though, they're kind of hipster, so I bet it was a lambskin.
Yeah, or someone's mother hen knit it.
Organic.
Yeah, it was made from cotton harvested in Toronto.
Probably. Oh man.
Did you see their
Wow.
latest Instagram video about
DFLing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use the F word.
I know, but I'm like, what? I was like, oh, this is cool. The guy's got a heavy metal, heavy metal shirt on. And then he's like the DFL. We know the opposite guy, John Ober. He's been rocking cut off hardcore band, t-shirts, but he's a
fast.
front finisher. But
Yeah.
he's also, he's cool.
I like that though. That's cool. Celebrating me.
Yeah.
the people who don't finish in the top.
Speaking of Ober, I went back out on the trails with him this week.
Yeah.
He is
More
the opposite.
Thomas on that. By the way, Thomas is getting into his trail vibe, which is
Right?
pretty wild.
I am enjoying. I actually, my favorite part about it is hanging out with John. I didn't realize he's so enjoyable to hang out with.
So
I mean,
you've been friends for like 6 years.
yeah, I know. But normally we're in a group situation. You don't get a chance to, like, I don't think I've ever, and he's usually up front running. So I don't really get a chance to talk to him. So with him slowing down and taking me on the trails, we actually got a chance to chit chat, and it's nice. But it was like beautiful weather on Monday, like 59 degrees. There was like no humidity, but it had that dense, damp feel in the woods. It was cool.
Yeah.
And
Green and lush.
yeah. And so that was great. I got another run in on the Moore Trail V3. More mud on it.
What do you think about that shoe? You still like it?
I do. I know that you kind of are mixed but you tried it in like a different setting.
I was hiking in it, which I really didn't like it for hiking.
Wow, that's so
I don't
curious
know
because
why.
Megan wears it for like
Literally anything.
coming into the office.
I think but I think the thing is when you're on uneven terrain and walking, it's kind of, because it's such a wide base, it's kind of all over. I think when you're running, it compresses it enough that
And you're moving quickly.
Yeah. But walking in it, it's just kind of clunky. And then so I guess that's, I don't know. I just wasn't as into it. By the way, on that hike, I was almost back to the car, and I actually took my shoes off to put in the car and switch out to put on some sandals. And there was just, I must have stepped in the hugest pile of dog crap.
Did you find it?
Right?
I got so lucky this morning.
I don't know why. I'm on a hot streak of just poo. Just like, it's just.
Did Jarrett send you that meme this morning of a hippo slowly spinning in the water?
No.
Okay.
But
I'll share it to you later.
is it just going to the bathroom while it's spinning?
No.
I gotta see.
Anyway,
No.
so John's the opposite of me. Like, I love running in the morning.
Yeah.
He likes running in the afternoon, in the evening.
Right. Hold on. Let me finish the
Oh,
group story.
okay.
I
You
know
got
I
more
interrupted
poop?
your story.
No, that's
but
fine. That's
let me
fine.
finish it before I forget it.
All right.
It'll be weird to come back to. So the lugs on the Moore V3, how big,
Yeah,
how
they're giant.
huge,
Yeah.
and they're like 5 millimeters.
And then you're going to have a gutter.
Oh my gosh, dude, trying to get that off because I couldn't put it in my car. It smelled so bad.
It also has a texture on the wall side, so it's not like a smooth rubber. So like there's little ridges.
Right. Luckily, it didn't go up the sides, but I had to go back the whole way to the creek, washed them off in the water for like 5. It took forever to get that off.
And the boys are waiting for you during this?
Kimmy was with me.
Right.
And so, but it was such a, like, it feels like someone, when you
It feels
step in-
personal.
yeah, it really does feel personal when that happens, especially in trail shoes. Would not recommend it. Anyways, but okay, back to you're more of a morning runner. John's an evening runner.
I was just saying, yeah, in the switch up, so it's fun to see him, like, because we got up at, like, we met at the trail at 6:30. And so he had to get up, like 5 or something.
Dude, John's a champ. Not only is he running in an hour he doesn't normally run, but he's like being your tour guide.
He's being very gentle with me.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in loving hands, like getting out there. Like he's making sure that I'm comfortable. He lets me lead. And
What a
just
champ.
tells
And
me.
he's a huge Crocs fan too.
He is.
He has the real
Wait,
tree.
he is?
Yeah, he has the real tree camo
we
versions.
should
of
get
Crocs.
him the Satisfied Crocs.
Yeah.
Let's see if they.
He also has a Guy Fieri cooler, which I'm super jealous of.
Does it say BAM when you open it? Really?
I wish. If you want to make trash can nachos, you can put it in the cooler and keep them hot.
Oh, so it's a heater.
I mean, I guess a cooler is a reverse heater in a way.
It's an insulated container.
Yeah.
So when I was running this morning, though, talking to dog shit, I got so lucky at the very last minute. Somebody's dog had done that diarrhea thing, so they didn't pick it up, and it was like 3 feet of it.
In the neighborhood today?
Right? No, it was right by the Canton Waterfront Park.
Oh, it was near your guys' house. There's another trail of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably the same dog.
Yeah.
It's just emptying its bowels
I
everywhere it
I
goes.
was looking down,
It's like
and my foot was
Hansel and Gretel, but for
liquid fire. I was putting my foot down, and I could see it, and just the last second, I did like a little with my hip and missed the turd. But other runners were coming at me, and I was like, do I warn them? Because there's a whole bunch.
Can't.
But they had headphones on, and I'm like, they're not going to hear me.
then they deserve it.
Oh, no, nobody deserves that.
Oh. What else were they wearing? Were they wearing Ultras? I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
wait. I wear headphones all the time, so I'm not about to knock that. But running with someone with headphones?
No. Like, it was like I saw a person running and another person running. I don't think they were running together.
Okay.
But they were close enough that one of them would take an inside lane, one would take an outside lane. So I'm thinking,
If they were barefoot runners, then yeah, they would actually deserve it.
yeah. And I'd be like, guys, look up at the sky. There's some beautiful birds up there. But
Oh man.
not real ones, though.
Well, I'm glad we got all that bathroom talk out of the way.
I mean, I'm always ready for it now.
Do you know what Meg
There's no
did today?
escaping it. What did I do today?
Her first
Oh,
speed workout with Coach
yeah. I mean, it was
Coach Castor.
it was 5 by 2 minutes, so not a real workout here, but it was fun.
What I thought was interesting, we talked about it a little bit, because is there a pace that when you're running, it's not quite your all-out pace and it's not quite your fast pace? There's like this pace that's like in between those two, and it's really hard to like.
Is that supposed to be tempo?
What is that?
Yeah, I guess.
There's one pace, like you tell me to run 740 and I can pretty much feel a 740. You tell me to run 715, I can pretty much feel a 715.
I see what you're saying.
It's when you get like in between those two. Like if you told, actually no, it'd be more like if you're having me doing fast repeats at like a 6 high 6, and then you say, okay, now run 740 for your mile repeats. It's that in between zone between there. Like if you tried to tell me to run 720s and stuff, I'm like, what does that feel like?
I don't know what most of that feels like. I just look at a watch and just do what it tells me.
Yeah,
to
so
do.
I was losing my mind because I'm like, okay, here's this first little workout, and I'm trying to plug it into my Koros, and Koros just did that huge update. You guys probably already had it early because you're on that beta thing, but
Yeah.
I'm a not beta person, so it just happened. And so I went to try and sync a workout, and it just kept saying fails, like over and over and over. And like I reached out to support, and I was like losing my mind because it's like 2 minutes. Like, what was I going to do? Like, get another stopwatch out there? Like, it was just.
Yeah, she was talking this morning
pain in
about
the
having her
ass.
iPhone out and hitting the
Yeah.
timer.
Do it. Put a sundial on your wrist.
Yeah.
You've been trying to run hard and hit your iPhone timer.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
So anyway, I plugged the workout into the Koros app, and then I added it to the calendar, which is a new feature.
But wait, so you couldn't delete.
I couldn't delete the workouts.
So she had 20 workouts already on her watch. So you couldn't delete those.
Yeah.
So
which
you
meant
thought
I
it was
couldn't
over.
update which means I couldn't add another one because it limits you to 20.
Oh, right.
But anyway, so I added it to the calendar because I was like trying everything, but I was going out the door this morning just assuming I was going to wing it. And it's like, do you want to do the workout that's on your calendar? When I went to hit the run button, and I was like, yes.
So like overrode it.
Yeah.
So that's even better though, because like if you can just put stuff on your calendar.
Yeah.
And because like, have you ever gone to do a workout and you forget you're doing a workout? And so you just hit the button to start.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so you press start on the run thing?
And it's like, do you want to do the workout that's on your calendar today?
That's pretty cool.
That's rad.
So I was really angry at Koros and then really happy with Koros, all in a matter of 10 minutes.
They still need to fix whatever's going on in the app, but they're usually pretty good with updates.
Yeah, they do a ton of updates. They're always asking me to do like they're sending me press releases for updates. I'm like, I'm not gonna dude, this is every week you do an update.
Yeah.
I'm not, which is cool. Like they're
I mean, if you're DC Rainmaker and this is what you do,
yeah.
I get it. You'd be like, hey, another update from Koros.
Dude, I don't know how that guy does. He'll write like 10,000 word reviews that are just so in depth. I'm like, and I don't even think, I think he just gets loaner items and then sends them back and everything. And because obviously he has enough gear, he doesn't even need anything else. Yeah. But you know, it's still crazy. Just like I've written watch reviews before. They take forever.
Yeah, but different people's brains, the way they work.
Yeah.
Like I think about like we just interviewed Ben Johnson on stuff, and that dude is so analytical.
Yeah.
Like he's not emotional about running at all. It doesn't feel like.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you do enough of those tech reviews, like that's only your thing, you have a system. Yeah. You get it out there pretty quickly.
But see, I don't
still
know,
a lot of stuff.
It's one thing. So when we do a shoe review, we know it's got an upper, we know it's got a midsole,
right.
Maybe some technology in the midsole, rubber. You kind of have like components, but like with the watches, there can be so many features, and this one plays music and this one doesn't. This one, I tested the heart rate monitor. You know, it's like.
Well, that's the other crazy thing is that DC Rainmaker, he'll test like.
He took the Wahoo one into freezing water to do a swim with.
Dude, he did. He went free diving with this Sunto watch that just came out because he was actually flying a drone and it crashed in the ocean, and he free dove and found it, which is amazing. What? Yeah, or like I don't know, the ocean, whatever sea he lives near.
Okay.
And
I feel like you wouldn't find something free.
It probably has a GPS.
It has a GPS, yeah. Oh. So it like will tell you where it's kind of its location, and he actually found it.
Like I can't even find my keys on my phone to help me.
I know when I find my AirPods, I'm like, what? Why does this even exist? I feel like it never marks where the last had it. And anyways, so what else is going on? You guys are
your foot.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to talk about it on the podcast.
You don't want to give a podiatrist update?
The podiatrist looked like he graduated from the preschool last week from the I don't know, with like phalanges.
So he's a young dude.
No, he just acted like he acted very laissez-faire about my whole situation. Like,
yeah, because he's probably used to seeing like 90-year-olds that have real foot problems. He's like, yeah, your foot will be fine.
Probably right. And also, he knew that I was a runner from off the bat, so he said he was like, "I'll tell you to stop running, but I know you're not going to do that." Yeah. I was like, first off.
You don't
if
know
there's
me.
You don't know me. If there's any runner who's not going to run, it's me.
I got to know from my doctor.
I'm like, please tell me the longest I can take off for. And so he said it was probably a neuroma, like in.
Does anyone know what those are?
I think it's a neuroma is like a dessert that you can make.
It's a smell.
Oh yeah.
Like that, it's very neuromatic.
Honestly, neuroma sounds really bad when you think about it. Almost sounds like a cancerous tumor. Yeah. So you should probably go get radiated.
I would just get your foot taken off.
Yeah, it's like inflammation around the nerve, I guess, where your foot is, the toe is. So
what did he tell you to do other than not run?
That's the thing. He didn't. I was like, "Can you tell me anything?" He's like, "Not really."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
See, I told you he was a waste of time.
Here's your money, sir.
Exactly.
See, when I went to the podiatrist, he told me to like put a boot on and stop running for like ever.
But see, that's why you don't go to a podiatrist.
I know. They're the worst.
And I found out the doctors are
Wait, there's another group that we just
Yeah, we're just
Got angry.
cutting relationships. The doctors are running our physical therapists.
Yeah.
So that's
we were close.
Not, yeah.
Doctors.
Yeah. The doctors of the physical world. So I left there not feeling really any better about my situation. I did talk to him a while about shoes. And it is funny when you're talking to somebody about shoes. I'm like, why do I know this much about shoes? This is ridiculous. Like, because I know way more than him about shoes.
Right. I almost get mad when you're talking to someone who's should know more than you.
Like someone who works in a running store.
Yeah. And you're like, hey.
Yeah. Like he had never heard of Topo Athletic, which I know they're a small brand, but they're also in that vibe of like podiatry, I feel like.
I could see that. Wide toe box, low drop.
Yeah. And so, because he had heard of Ultra, of course. And so, he didn't know. We're riffing on shoes and stuff, and I'm giving him recommendations for shoe companies to check out.
You're like, if someone has an aroma, you want something that holds that big toe straight.
Yeah.
So rigid up front.
Well, he was saying you don't want a narrow toe box because you do want to actually
Spread
when
your
it's
toes.
more compressed, then your nerves are, so more of a, he didn't say wear an Ultra per se, but just, more space in toe box. And so I went on that trail run with you. That was last Tuesday. That was a week ago. And I haven't run since then. Also, while I was on that hike, I didn't even tell Meg this.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to talk about it on the podcast because it's ridiculous. This is just a long litany
Besides
of me doing dumb
Besides
shit.
stepping in doo-doo, what did you step on?
Well, so I was fishing in this creek and my shoes got soaked because honestly, I feel like the size of the lugs on that New Balance shoe aren't conducive for stepping on rocks. And so they were just full of water and that uppers kind of sponges it a little bit. So I took my shoes off, bare feet, creek, nice day. And I think I slipped on another rock, so didn't matter either way. And you know how when your heel comes down on a rock and you get a bruised heel?
Right in the dead center.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
On the same foot, by the way.
So you have a bruised heel and aroma?
What was the first word that came to your mind when that happened?
Well, at first you're just like, that hurt, but it's whatever. Yeah. And then later on in the day, it keeps hurting. And then the next day, and then today. And in a way, I'm taking it as a blessing. I'm saying, look, maybe I need to just give the neuroma a little bit more time because I was planning on running again. And it does actually it feels a lot better.
Okay.
But honestly, like if we're going to Brooklyn on, we'll be in Brooklyn when this comes out.
Yep.
And if I wasn't running Brooklyn, I'd probably be shutting it down for a little bit, like just riding my bike. Cause like whatever the weirdness is that's going on with the tendon up and down my leg, it's just, I know that it just needs a break. Mm-hmm. But with us running, I'm just trying to have enough mileage in that I'll feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Running Brooklyn. But after Brooklyn, I may,
you should do some biking and stuff.
Yeah. I did, so I wanted to do HIIT workouts on the bike. Just like, because I think we've talked about as you get older, like one of the best things to do is
high intensity.
Yeah. And for not even for long.
Wait, why is
periods of
that?
time.
Why is that?
I don't know the science behind it, but basically,
you will lose fitness if you don't.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even need to be long. So I was doing like half an hour workouts on the stationary bike.
Wait, on a bike. Okay. I was like, half an hour workout. That seems very long.
No, like on a bike, but they're built, there's Zwift.
It would be like 2 minutes hard in the middle, like with breaks, like intervals or
yeah,
something.
like, so it is a HIIT.
Where it was like steps. So you'd start off at one, like it was like, you want you to hit wattage and hit cadence. So 1 minute would be at this, and the next one it ramps it up, and then you have like a really hard, and then it ramps it down, and then you do the cycle over again.
I feel like you should, since they measure everything in wattage, every one of those bikes or Pelotons should come with a light bulb attachment that like actually gives wattage to the light and
cool,
shows how bright it burns
and drains the rest of your house, so the house is like dimming and the lights getting brighter.
I just feel like to accurately measure wattage, you need a light bulb.
I would say so. I have no idea what it means. Like when I see people, like, because all the bike guys that we're friends with, they can tell, oh yeah, we should be riding at 250 watts, for an hour. And I'm like,
nerds.
what? Yeah. I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. I tried to call Chris Hogger because I had a issue with the Zwift app and he couldn't figure it out. And he's like Googling while I'm doing it. And I felt vindicated that, like, sometimes I feel dumb. They're like, did you unplug it and plug it back in?
Right.
But this one he couldn't figure out, so I felt good about that.
Yeah, the day I worry about wattage is please just, I don't know, fire me or whatever. Like
So you have a birthday coming up.
I do. When is this?
That's why you're not. That's why you're not coming to Brooklyn with us.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. So when this comes out, it's like the day or two before your birthday, right?
It's like 4 days.
4 days. Yeah.
All right.
I will be at the beach. I'll be in the Outer Banks, OBX. Maybe I should start watching that show.
Yeah. Or
You wouldn't like it.
you should start growing your mullet now. You need some. Well, you got some sunglasses that could work from some of our people. We could either go with the shield and be extra,
Yeah.
or you could go with your ombres.
I got some Patagonia, like those yellow or pink shorts that kind of fits the vibe, right?
That would, yeah. And what about it's time to get a big chest tattoo?
Wait, why is the chest tattoo thing?
I think you should just get one.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't either.
A big one?
Like a Mr. Beast
Oh.
right here.
What? Oh, the logo from his
Yeah,
face?
the leopard with a lightning bolt.
All right. Yeah, that's that's number one on my birthday list. Yeah, get a Mr. Beast tattoo.
Ober
Forgot
is
about
getting his cat Pancake
yeah.
on his thigh.
I did. He did. I would think I was there when he said that. That's pretty cool.
I didn't remember him saying that last time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah,
we got a couple gifts for you.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I
I feel
really-
honestly, I'm not someone who's super into celebrating their birthdays. It's always awkward for me when someone is like, "Here's a present for you."
I know. I hate
know.
opening gifts in front of people. It makes me so uncomfortable.
But-
so this is going to be super fun for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
if you're watching on YouTube, you'll get to see the gifts. So Meg, you're gonna have to describe the gifts
Okay.
as he
And
unwraps
if
them.
you're listening, I'm going to hold the wrapping paper really close to the microphone to annoy you.
ASMR.
Ooh, that could be our new podcast.
All right, this is the first
Oh, this is light. I'll describe
describe
that.
it.
This has tape on it.
tape.
The wrapping paper says "Happy Birthday," and I feel like I'm writing an alternative text for a photo for our website.
Yeah.
I did a really, really good wrapping job.
Me too.
This looks like something I would do.
Yeah, it's about on par with that.
Oh, there's tissue paper inside. Hey-o.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
The box came kind of crappy, but
Did you buy this off of somebody on the corner of Fleet?
pretty much I found one
Baltimore.
of those guys selling
He
books on
found
a
it in a
blanket.
dumpster.
Okay,
Even better.
so you had complained that you had a 2-armed waving cat
Yeah.
for luck.
Well, no, the two arms waving was not good luck. That's why he needed to get the one.
Oh, okay.
The one waving arm.
Okay. Actually, that might have been. It was like one. I think it had one arm waving, one arm doing something else. Maybe doing like the
Well,
Egyptian dance.
this one's lucky.
Okay, cool. It was just that was actually my ploy to get another cat, so
Yeah.
it worked.
So on this one, he's got himself a Japanese. There's going to be a theme to your birthday party. By
I
the
love
way.
this.
Birthday party?
Okay,
No, it's
yeah,
a party.
okay.
It's a party. It's a party. When you get a cat,
So this is a lucky cat. Lucky. What are they called again? It's just lucky cat.
It might have a name.
yeah, Meg's gonna look up. But this guy's solar. So see his arm.
I love it. It'll
Did
never.
you put that near a window or something? Look at him go.
It's crazy to think that this cat will outlive me.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be sad if one of your kids has to throw it out when you're gone?
Yeah.
How do you think
he's
you
still
say that?
He's still waving to me. Well, Nico is the last word. Miniki Nico. Mineki Nico.
That's what you got there.
All right. I like it.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
he's
Thank
kicking
you.
it.
Thank you. This is going to bring me good luck forever.
All right. This next gift, this one truly comes from the heart.
Okay. This is heavy.
I
So
know you're gonna like this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it's a book.
It's better than a book.
Oh, yes. Yes. Ichiran ramen.
I think there's 5 servings in each one, so that is 10 servings.
Oh, wow.
So and I'm telling you,
You've been hitting this up recently,
I
right?
love it. Yeah. There you
I
go.
forgot to hold it up. I'll hold the cat up
So-
because that might have been hiding behind some stuff.
Lynn, our friend Lynn, who comes out to the Shakeout runs,
Mm-hmm.
Lynn Sanity on Instagram. He got me a box of this after we went to Japan, and I was like, this is pretty darn close to being in the restaurant. Now, the only thing is you need to get you need to boil an egg and get the pork.
And also get yourself a cubby hole at your house.
Yeah.
And sit in it.
Oh yeah.
But it's nice.
I have the boiler where my water heater is downstairs. That would be perfect.
And
There
you
you
can
go.
put little signs up like "Don't bother me, I'm eating."
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that
All right. All right.
And this is the grand prize.
All right.
This one-
round trip to Tokyo.
This
Here
one
we go.
traveled
This one-
with us.
We got this one.
Were you gonna give this to one of your kids and you're
No.
like, no, I'll just give it to
No, we got
Robbie."
this in Japan specifically
Okay.
for you.
I don't believe it.
I did.
Is it sheepskin?
Yeah. It's
Why
your
can't I get
very own
Oh gosh. So gross.
bottle.
I brought that home with me just for you.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain to the
That-
people what you have here.
So this is Pocari Sweat, which is like Japan's version of Gatorade, which made me
It was on the course.
I want to puke by mile 16 every time I was trying to drink it. I don't know if I can actually drink it.
I think it's a keepsake.
Yeah. You got to hold on to that guy.
I put it with your Tokyo medal.
Oh, I threw that out. I'm just kidding. Oh no. Yeah, that'll work. I could put it with my running gear stuff.
I mean, you can't even get Pocari Sweat in the U.S. You might have one of the only bottles.
You know what I'm gonna do with this? I'm gonna put it with all that. You know, all those things you get at Expo, like that weird nutrition stuff.
Yeah.
And then whenever I'm out of nutrition, I end up taking something that's 2 years old.
Yeah, Robbie
That's
will
what this
end up
is.
running with
I
that
can't
one.
wait for the day where you're like, oh man, I really am thirsty. I need something.
There's only one
That's
thing in
it.
my car, and it was a bottle of Pocari Sweat.
Oh man. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for this trip back in time
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Japan. I am actually really looking for this Ichiran.
I will tell you,
I might save it for the winter though. I'm not gonna lie.
it's
Like,
about 15 ounces of water. It says like 250 milliliters, but that's
Okay.
like 15 ounces. Dump the whole, if you like it spicy, dump the whole spice pack in there because it's good.
okay. Oh yeah, for sure.
And you don't need to wait to the winter. You've got 10 servings there,
Oh, in 5 per box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
and it's shelf stable and all that
I
stuff.
love it. Do you think I care?
Yeah, probably not.
Like, it'll be fine. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so happy
Appreciate
birthday.
that.
You know what?
Thanks.
You're going camping too. You could probably take one of those camping.
Oh yeah, that would probably work. Use the jet boil with. Oh, that would be awesome. Actually,
Yeah.
now that I think about it. Catch some crawfish in the creek and throw them in there.
You'd be like insane if you didn't.
Boom.
Send pictures.
I did go to my first crawfish boil on Friday night with our friend Ryan. Had a wedding reception. It was a 2-part wedding reception, which
I
is
did
wild.
the second part.
Yeah, he had one on Saturday, and so that was my first crawfish boil. It was pretty good. I gotta say, in comparison to a crab feast, still going crab feast.
Okay,
All the way.
what's the turn for you? Because when I was a kid, we did the craw boils or whatever. Crayfish. I don't know what we call them, crayfish. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
But
think
this was out-
crayfish is up here, and then crawdads down south.
Okay, we were in California, but we didn't have Old Bay, and I saw that they dumped in a
They do the-
giant thing at Old Bay.
They do Zatarans.
Okay.
But yeah, same idea. So the idea in the South is that they boil, even their crabs, they boil, because the idea is that the flavor gets into it. But there's also a lot of water
Yeah.
everywhere, which is kind of annoying when you're eating and it's just splashing. It's like a
Very wet
It's like
meal.
sloppy steaks, but for crab boils. And so that's like their whole thing is you get more flavor because it's inside the shell. Whereas if you steam crabs, the seasoning's on the outside, but it's so much better. It's like, I feel like
It's like mud when you have it on the outside because then it gets in, like as you're picking,
Yeah.
it's all over your fingers, it's all over the meat.
and it's inevitably in your hands when you cut them on the shells, and it hurts like hell.
Yeah. That's the one thing I think that's the barrier of entry for crab eating because I grew up on the West Coast not doing crab eats or picking crabs. And it took me years of living in Baltimore to finally get to a place where I felt comfortable
Well,
without getting bloody fingers and being starving.
that is, yeah. The bloody fingers is annoying, but the experience too. I think people are like, "Oh, I need to eat food." And it's like it's not really.
not
It's
eating.
not about the food. It's about the hanging out. just sit there for 2 hours and
That was the first
Drink
time I
beers.
got over it. Was I ate a hamburger before
there you go.
we started picking the crabs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I get it.
It's kind of like going to a vegan restaurant.
Yeah.
You're never going to be full. It's true.
All right, so we got vegans, we got crockwares, we got.
I didn't bash vegans. I just bashed vegan restaurants. And actually, they're good. I'm just saying you can't ever get full.
Speaking of vegan though, I got suckered into another Instagram buy.
I'm not shocked by this.
The gochujang or whatever, the
Oh, yeah.
pepper. So I saw someone make this tofu that looked really good. And they used this one.
I don't understand how he gets so suckered by these Instagram posts.
Do you have him on a?
These aren't even ads anymore. I think it's just
Yeah,
stuff in
just
his
somebody
feed.
doing stuff.
Do you have a budget line item for just Thomas's wins? You need to. You need to do it.
It wasn't that.
before he bankrupts
It
you.
wasn't that expensive.
Between that and my new FanDuel account, we're gonna be done for.
Oh, you know what you should be really excited about is the trip to Trader Joe's I did. I came back with
Wait, hold time out. Okay, I'm interested.
All right.
Continue.
5 jars of papita. Have you had that salsa?
I can't remember if I've had that salsa.
You would know.
like I
It's
have.
real good.
I think that Trader Joe's could close down and only sell papita
Papita.
salsa, and they would be just as successful.
Okay, I probably haven't then. Yeah.
Okay, it's really good. And then I got one of the cowboy caviar. We got oil. Oh, hot honey.
Oh, hot honey's the best.
I got hot honey just like we had in Austin.
Yeah.
And I tried it on the pizza.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with hot honey.
Dude, it's so good.
It is so good.
It's the perfect complement to pizza.
And it's so weird because like in my head that doesn't sound good. But it's
Right.
good.
Is Trader Joe's have their own hot honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
All their stuff is their own stuff, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah, that is true. I don't know why.
Yeah, but it's
otherwise.
got nice heat. It's got the sweetness. Megan hates chicken strips or chicken nuggets, but we were making some for the boys.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
I just don't like fried chicken.
Okay.
That just kills me, by the way.
Turn the podcast off. We're done. This is the last episode of the drop. Sorry.
We're driving the other day, and I'm like, I'd really like to get a nice fried chicken at some point this summer.
Which I'm sorry, like out of the blue, that's a weird thing to say.
It's a summery meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, a really good fried chicken
Like
meal
that's what
is
you want
delicious.
on a hot day.
Coleslaw.
Yeah, like a bucket of KFC, Popeyes, really.
What about Royal Farms?
I mean, Royal Farms their chicken is legit. It's kind of expensive though.
How many times are you eating it though? I'm not eating fried chicken every day. That's weird that Royal
Speak for
Farms is
yourself.
basically a gas station. It's like a 7-Eleven or something, but
Yeah.
expensive fried chicken, you say.
One time coming back from the South, I did Zaxby's, Bojangles, and Popeyes, I think in the same day or like in over 2 days.
And did you rate one?
I like Zaxby's for their chicken tenders, but Popeyes for their just general overall chicken.
Yeah.
Bojangles makes better breakfast sandwiches, like chicken breakfast sandwiches.
I just couldn't eat someplace called Bojangles.
It's pronounced Bojangles for those for the
Bojangles.
if you want to feel better about it. But yeah, I know what you mean. If you eat too much fried chicken, you start to feel a little wrong. So-
Yeah, but if you have a drumstick and a breast,
yeah,
side of fries,
yeah.
side of coleslaw, a nice ice cold beer.
Damn it, we're going to Popeyes.
I know.
Remember that time we did
Yeah,
go to
we
Popeyes?
did. When it was the viral sandwich,
Yeah,
which
it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Popeyes fried chicken.
Just their chicken sandwich,
Yeah, but why was it such a big deal all of a sudden?
because they didn't have one before that, and
There was,
they
like,
do
lines.
it. I do like their breading a lot. It's just different than the Chick-fil-A. Like you can't really compare the two; they're different.
I'm going to compare the two. I prefer the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I think overall I do prefer the Chick-fil-A.
Can you get fried chicken at Chick-fil-A? Like on the bone?
Oh no, yeah, it's all boneless. But yeah, that's why Royal Farms. What was I talking about this recently? Royal Farms is great for like their fried chicken, but their to-go sandwiches aren't great. whereas Wawa has excellent
To-go sandwich.
to-go sandwiches and subs. Sheets, not that great, but Sheets is great when you're hammered.
We always stop at Sheets when we're driving. Like if we're going someplace and there's a Sheets,
Yeah.
we'll stop at Sheets just because the
Yeah.
variety.
No, they have a great variety, but I think their sandwiches are subpar. Whereas
Compared to
their
Wawa?
fried foods, because they have a good selection of appetizers, that's where it's some money.
Okay. What about the wedge cut fries at Royal Farm?
I'm not a wedge cut fry guy. I just hate wedges. Too much potatoes. I need the crisp on the too much.
It's too much potato.
I know what he's mean.
Yeah.
He likes a crispy fry.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a beefy
Yeah,
potato.
but it's hard to get a crispy fry anymore because, well, really since when you were young, once they replace all the
Oils?
with like vegetable oil, you can't get that crisp.
What did they used to use? Lard?
Beef tallow. So there's actually a really good. It's one of my favorite podcast episodes ever. It's Malcolm Gladwell's podcast, Revisionist History, and there's one about French fries where. So the idea with beef tallow or like animal fats is that it allows the outside to become like essentially encased, so it fries it quicker, and then the inside is just steamed, so you get that crisp with the pillowy inside.
Okay, that's good.
Whereas vegetable oil, it seeps through the whole thing, so you don't get that.
So you get a
crisp
soggy
and crunch.
fry.
Yeah.
So I got a question then.
And then
like if you go
McDonald's
to
has to do all kinds of weird magic to make it seem like it's
the coating.
crispy.
Yeah. But so if I go to a fancy restaurant, like one that's like duck fat fries or whatever, they're frying it in
Right. So that's why
animal
they're so.
fat.
That's why they're so good. Is because
I guess and they always throw. Here's the thing though, I don't like truffle oil, and they always throw that on those fries.
that's my favorite thing.
I
So
know.
yeah, but I get that. I do understand. Why.
I also don't like rosemary.
Okay. Yeah. Meg, feel free to chime in with your fry recommendation.
I
She
don't
doesn't like
have any.
fried food.
Yeah, I'm just not into fried food.
I like. Have you tried it before?
Yeah. I'm a human.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe you grew up in a commune or something and I didn't know about.
No, I didn't. Straight up Phoenix, Maryland.
Yeah, that seems like a place that would like their fried dishes.
Oh, they did for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Phoenix, we should probably talk about. Wait, can we talk about grit?
you already are.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to because registration's opening
I was like, we should probably-
real soon.
Yeah.
What's great is while not everything is together yet, some of the stuff doesn't need to be together for a little while.
Yeah, weird intro. So Grit is happening.
Sign up today.
We're opening registration on May 29th at 9 a.m. That's Memorial Day. It'll be $45 for one day only. So for people that don't know what Grit is, someone give them a rundown.
Robbie, you write all the content.
Grit is our. I was trying to think if I could come up with a cool tagline, but no, that was good. So Grit's our or semi-annual, twice a year challenge that we do in either the hottest month or the coldest month, so July and January. In this case, July. It's a distance challenge where we basically challenge participants, our followers, runners, to make a distance goal for themselves for the month of July, maybe a little bit further than you're used to, and go for it. So we have 5 levels ranging from 25 miles to 300 miles. And
then some nuts.
yeah, and then some people just do ridiculous things. But and then you essentially pick a level, go for that mileage, and yeah, it's awesome. It's turned into something really cool. Is this our 6th or 7th one?
I think we're on 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a good community we have a Facebook group, Strava group, like everyone's cheering each other on, sharing their stories, going for it. It's a really good way to keep motivated in July, which is
tough.
really hard to do. But I know it's still one of my favorite things to do. I'm
typically more successful in the summer grit than I am in the winter grit, even though I prefer running in colder weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my biggest mileage ever was, I think, during one of our grits in the month of July, and it was awesome. It's fun figuring out how to run that much.
It is.
Doing 3 miles here. Like, if you're ever just bored, if you're at a kid's soccer game or something, you're like, I'll just go run a mile real quick.
Yeah.
And it all adds up after.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much it adds up.
And I know we have some people who are going to do some crazy stuff or attempt some crazy stuff this time.
Oh, yeah.
So Pat Blair, who's been at the top of the charts since pretty much Grit started. He's going to potentially do a marathon a day for every day of the month.
If he does that, I don't even know. Dude, he asked me if I wanted to go running this past weekend. He said they're meeting at 5. Some people are meeting at 5:30 a.m., which is already laughable. But then he said, but if you want to, you can meet me at 3:30 a.m.
When does he sleep?
Yeah, I'd love to get up at 2:30 to go running with you. Oh, I'm sleeping.
Like, where does that, is that morning running or is that really late evening running?
Like, did he go to bed?
That's definitely late evening for me.
Yeah. Like, does he go to bed at 5?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to figure. He might live in another dimension.
Okay, that makes more
That's
sense.
the only thing I can think of.
Like he's living in California and he just
Flying
travels
over.
here.
Yeah, gets his miles in and flies back.
Yeah.
On a Concorde. Yeah, I don't know. So he's gonna do something ridiculous, I'm sure. But anyways, what I forgot to mention was that we have awesome merch. That's kind of our thing. I think we've been known for
Swag.
Awesome swag.
And a theme,
not merch. Swag.
A theme every time. Like the theme changes.
Right.
What was last winter?
Last winter, that wasn't digital, was it?
Yeah. 8-bit
The
winter
8-bit
grit.
grit. 8-bit winter grit, yeah.
And this summer we're calling it the Unreal Summer. And it's all
Unreal stuff.
mythological
Because you
creatures.
guys are unreal.
Yeah. And it kind of is unreal how much you run when you think about it. So there will be ASICS gear,
Junk headbands.
which people will love.
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason, like, we're like, they did so, like, they were very popular when we went to Boston. Everybody, like, I feel like I brought like 50 or 60 there to Boston.
Oh, they went.
And, like, they were gone in a split second.
That. Yeah. And, yeah, some other cool stuff. So, Memorial Day, 9 a.m. Eastern time. What, last Grit sold out in 12 hours?
Yeah. So definitely sign up on day one if you're planning to.
And I think I'll get some stickers.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get some regular Believe in the Run stickers, and
Also,
we'll get some Grit stickers.
You just ordered some new Believe t-shirts that we're only going to be putting in the registration process.
Yeah, it's a limited number of t-shirts, and what it is it's kind of a retro 80s, 90s design on the back. It's a very heavy cotton t-shirt, so I'm going with the trend. You know what all the kids are into today.
That is cool these
days. So it's a very thick, heavy cotton t-shirt.
Perfect for July.
Yeah, perfect. It's white, but it's got a nice design on the back.
Are you going to run in it?
I am. I have to.
All right.
So Prove ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about a shoe on this podcast?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where is it?
Look at Robbie says where it is. I say,
I'll remove the
bam.
We got a lot of
some of the trash. Gonna save that for later to root through again.
All right. So another brand that Robbie probably will burn some bridges with.
No, I'm not. Surprisingly not, actually. I was ready to, but Nobull, who, I don't know, I guess they're a gym brand.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
They come straight from CrossFit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Burpees.
Yeah.
Got them.
I don't know.
Got 'em.
I don't think I've ever done a
box jumps.
burpee in my life.
Got them.
They're so bad.
I know what it is. Like you kind of get down to a push up and then you jump up or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say bad, do you mean just in general you don't like them, or they're tough?
Both.
I think it's one of those things that when you do one, because I feel like I've done maybe 1 to 5 of them, you're like, this isn't so bad. But then it gets really difficult really fast. Is that what happens?
Also, I feel like you just kind of look like a...
Yeah, you look
like
ridiculous.
you're there
We
doing
went to the
burpees.
park
Yes.
one time.
It looks like you almost have puppet strings attached to you.
Pretty much.
We went to the park one time, and Meg's brother and her sister-in-law decided to do a CrossFit workout in Patterson Park.
In public?
Yeah, and it looked...
This was like during the pandemic.
And it looked incredible. Like they're off in like the field.
Yeah.
Like off rhythm, jumping up and down, like doing stuff. It looked like people were doing like evangelical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, doing burpees in the park probably goes in par with Crocs.
The spirit was upon them.
But I did burpees. Like I was doing this one workout thing for a while, so I was doing the burpees. Mm-hmm. They are good. They get your heart rate going. So what I think they're really good for is for people who don't do cardio, because it gets your heart pumping. You're getting strength workout. But it was also during the time I was doing exercises that were part of that. So I started doing like box jumps and stuff. And I remember I pulled my back.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I was like, I'm never doing that again.
It's like
my running coach was like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing box jumps?" It's like,
I get it.
idiot.
That wasn't me.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, your
it
body.
was Dave.
Just imagine if you're in prehistoric times and you're like, let me show you this, and just doing box jumps.
Then you're
like,
dead.
Why are you doing this? Just walk, just hunt, you know? I don't know.
You're gonna stretch before the bison hunt.
Yeah.
let me show you with this log. I'm gonna roll out my ankles.
Yeah. Anyways, so the shoe that we got was the Nobull Runner Plus, which is there's a normal runner, which I believe is just an EVA type trainer running shoe, which I think they sent me originally, and I was like,
Well, there's the trainer too. So there's the trainer, the runner, and then
There's
the runner
one
plus.
that looked like
Okay,
a Zante bottom.
I think they might have sent you the trainer. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they sent the Runner Plus because I wanted to try the plated version because a lot of people were like, oh man, Runner Nobull has a plated shoe. So it has a nylon plate and a pretty high stack of Pebax foam. Probably has to be close to 40, right?
Looks
That's
like
what
it.
you were saying.
And I was actually pretty surprised by it on the run. Now the upper is kind of seems like an afterthought, kind of I think this is what it's like on all their shoes, right?
I mean, they all look like that.
Kind of like how Allbirds has the exact same look on every shoe.
Cheerios.
Thick laces, kind of a
The mesh reminds me of the old Under Armour Gemini.
yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty simple. And then, but the ride on it was actually really nice. I mean, it's a Pebax midsole with.
The thing I don't understand though, why is it so heavy?
Yeah, I think that's because of like, if you look how wide the base is, I think there's just a lot of foam. The rubber's fairly thick.
What did you say the weight was?
I mean, it's not heavy. It's 9.5 ounces
For a size what?
for size 9.
That seems heavy. I don't know. Maybe that's not
I
that
feel
bad.
like under 10 ounces is like,
But I'm saying for Peebacks.
oh yeah. Like it's more like in the Pegasus range, I think. It's definitely more of a daily trainer weight than a performance.
Could you feel the plate?
I never know if I could feel the plate. I didn't feel like I could, but I feel like I'm really bad at feeling the plate.
What do they call it? Proprioception?
Proprioception?
Proprioception? That's not a proprioception.
Isn't that it?
No, but it just sounds like appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Deception.
Gotcha. But it reminded me a lot of, the ride itself reminded me a lot of the Endorphin Speed, Saucony Endorphin Speed, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
People love that shoe.
And you can kind of see why. It's somewhat similar, looks similar.
Okay, but the
similar.
price point on this.
Yeah, so it's $180 for the basic models, which are like the normal color, like all gray colors and stuff like that. And then they have more custom designs.
Yeah, they got a lot of floral stuff on here.
So,
Yeah.
so question for you. You like the Speed, Endorphin Speed 3, right?
I did that. Actually, the upper on that felt weird for me too, which is
Okay.
I don't know why, but it did.
But like as a runner, do you think you would go with this or the Endorphin Speed? Because they're basically same type of components.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going with Endorphin Speed over this, if only for like this upper is just your foot's everywhere in the Nobull shoe. But if you're just going straight forward, a few miles here and there, people who run in Nobull or wear Nobull as lifestyle gym shoes, that are gonna think this shoe's amazing.
Well, have you ever done a CrossFit workout?
No,
I have.
did you on purpose?
Well, Meg's
Every
brother.
time my brother comes to visit, he's like, yo, come do a CrossFit workout with me. I'm
I like that. Yo.
no. And every time I say no, and every once in a while, Thomas gets drunk and then says yes.
Yeah. And then, so we did what they do, which if you want to feel good about yourself, go do it. Well, good and bad. So during the lifting part, I wasn't the strongest guy in the gym, but then they do like a lap around like the gym. Like that's you do your circuit.
Yeah.
Then you do a lap.
Right.
And you like, I can smoke everybody.
Right.
There's nobody at that gym that's running faster than me.
Yeah, you have that aerobic.
At least at the gym that I went to.
Oh yeah, when I see him running up and down the hill by our house, because there's a CrossFit gym right there, people are dying. I'm like, this is not a real hill.
Right.
Like
they go out and they run up, but I'm sure that doing all that box jumping stuff though gets them tired.
Oh yeah,
and then you got to run. So,
I'm not for sure. Like they would destroy me in anything else aside from running. So
but if there was a relay team for CrossFit. Like I could have Meg's brother do all the heavy lifting stuff.
Yeah.
And then he tags me and I run around the building as fast as I can, come back. We'd be a great team.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm surprised they don't do that actually.
Yeah.
That's like the triathlons where you get to just
Exactly.
do one of the things.
Yeah.
I was signed up for one of those and the pandemic happened, I think.
What,
A triathlon?
Or it got canceled, I forget.
Which one? CrossFit? Or
It was one out in Deep Creek, Maryland.
I don't know.
There was like it was a shorter one. It wasn't like an Ironman.
Like a sprint try?
I think I had to run 10K or a half.
I think that's technically called a sprint.
Oh,
try.
no, a 10K, it can be an Olympic.
I think, yeah, Olympic is 10K. I think sprint is the 5K.
Yeah, because I did this. My first one was a sprint. And let me tell you something. That's an easy peasy distance. Like you get in, you swim a couple laps in a pool, or if it's open water, like from here to there, get out.
Oh, it's
ride
called,
your bike.
I think it's called Savage Man.
Okay. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Wait, did you ever do one of those savage races?
No.
Okay.
None of us have done that. That's a crazy thing. None of us have done like the one.
I did a Tough Mudder or something
Okay,
like
there you
a really
go.
long time ago.
Is that what that is?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a different thing. Yeah, you mean like a, not right. So yeah,
Like
the
a Tough
Mudder.
Mudder, yeah.
I've never done one.
There was also another one where you, at the end, you got like a Viking helmet, and you had to, at the very end, they had like a fire pit you had to jump over, and like that's where they took everybody's photo because like
Yeah.
you jump.
I see the thing with those is I wish there was a version of it where people could actually not die but get injured because they make it seem like you could get hurt.
They
we
did.
know-
Someone died.
We
Oh, okay, then that's cool.
They make you go through like an electrical thing, and then this guy fell in a puddle and was like out.
Like he'd actually die.
Yeah.
Like they crawled through like a water thing that had like electrodes over top, or jumped off. I think what he did
What?
was they had like a ledge.
I'm laughing because I think that's crazy.
No, it was really sad.
I'm not laughing at
because
that. It's just like,
like he was from, like we knew people who knew him, but I think he had to jump off a platform into like a mud pit, and when he jumped down, his feet got stuck in the mud,
Okay.
and so like nobody was really paying attention if he got out of the mud pit,
Oh.
and I think he drowned in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Or that
so
might
there
have
is
been
some
another
risk.
one, and there was the one.
Okay.
Wait, ironically, there's a savage race here in Maryland this weekend.
No way.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh wait, we're both out
we're
of
all
time.
not going to be here.
Let's not.
Yeah, right after Brooklyn, it's dry.
There's 27 obstacles, and it's 5 to 7 miles.
Is
That's
it, where in Maryland is it?
Um,
Sorry. Go.
buoy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, let us know.
TBD.
If someone knows, let us know.
That stuff went super popular and then just fizzled.
Yeah, because I feel like it kept changing hands between companies too, or something.
But like
What was that other one that was big?
Frog.
Yeah, Frog. What was-
Frogman or something.
Kennedyville, Maryland.
I don't
That's
know where that is.
that's made up.
Okay.
They're just taking your money and running with it. It's not even a real race. You show up and it's just
Remember-
someone's farmhouse.
Remember what was it? Rainbow runs or paint runs?
Color runs.
Color runs. Those,
Dude,
those
that-
were.
That's what
That's your first race,
first
right?
5K. Yeah, finishing a cool 35 minutes. No big deal.
Colored.
I was still smoking at the time. Like,
That's pretty good.
So the smoke, all those color bombs didn't affect your lungs.
dude, I remember. Oh man, I thought that was like a good time.
I mean, for going couch to 5K while
Yeah.
smoking.
Was it a night race? Like, did it end with a party?
It was a daytime race
No,
at
you're,
Camden Yards.
you're thinking of the electric runs or whatever.
Yeah, it's that's a different thing.
Okay.
I didn't do that one. Kimmy wanted to do it, and I told her I'd do it with her, and I regretted it immediately.
Did you wear a white T-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was back when I couldn't really run a half mile at that. I took many breaks during that 5K.
Many breaks.
It was, man, looking back at that, those are some times.
One day I'll run Boston.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it. I mean, I hate it running more than anything at that point, and no desire. But Kennedyville is in.
It's not a made up place.
No, it's real. I hate to tell you.
How far away is it from here?
It's in Kent County, so not too far.
I don't even know where that is.
Isn't that where like Kent Island is?
That sounds right.
Oh no, that's up. It's up the top of the bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's close to like I don't even
Like
wanna
Havre
say
de
it.
Grace, like
Yeah.
over there, like up there. I don't know what
I'll tell you later.
All right. Oh yeah, there's even a YouTube thing. Look at them walking, going through mud and stuff. Savageries. Well, we're not going to do that this weekend. So if you are doing that, good luck to you.
Yeah, we're going to be in Brooklyn.
We'll be in Brooklyn. And it's exciting because this is the first time, well, minus Robbie, which we'll be sad about, but this is the first time the Train to NYC core team will all be together.
How many people are going to be there?
All of us,
25,000.
10. Oh, running the race?
No, with Believe in the Run. I know it's
10 of us.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we're going to be announcing the other people who applied. And
Yeah, so we selected an additional 5 members who we'll invite to the Fifth Avenue Mile and obviously New York City Marathon later this year, and we'll be announcing them on June 1st. So get excited for that.
All right.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have some New Balance gifts for some of the people who did not get chosen for the team. But
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who applied.
We had 1,000 applicants, and we only got to pick 5. So, guys, you were all really great, and we love you. But
Yeah, those are some tough odds. I mean, if I knew that, I wouldn't have applied.
well,
Yeah.
you weren't selected, so
Makes sense. Man. So
do we want to tell people who's on the core team?
no.
Okay.
yeah, June. Oh,
We're
core
rolling
team.
out videos next week, so stay tuned for those. You'll probably figure it out by our Instagram post this weekend too, but
right.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
So Brooklyn half. Do you actually have goals for that, or is it just a run?
I've talked to Jen from New Balance, Allie from Allie on the Run. I haven't spoken to Jess Movil, but I think all 3 of us, and then Lynn also said he wanted to fun pace it. So the guy who got us the original Ichi Run from
Oh, cool.
From that.
So you'll be running with some people.
Yeah, I can't imagine we'll be dropping the hammer. It's party pace is what we've all agreed on, but I don't know if Jeff's Movil is going to go for party pace or not.
Yeah, she seems like in Meg's wheelhouse, running faster.
What did she run at Boston? Like a 3:18,
3:12.
3:12?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I lost it.
You had something.
Party
Yep.
pacing.
Party pacing.
You know,
Brooklyn
Robbie, if you
Marathon.
wanted to have some solidarity with us, you could run 13.1 on Saturday.
I'll play 13 holes of disc golf for you.
Yes.
We'll count it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Swing away.
That's what I plan on doing is disc golf, other games of leisure, games of chance. I'm a little bit worried about my heel, not for the running purposes, but to make sure I can play ping pong and disc golf and everything else. That's
You need
necessary.
a pickleball shoe.
We are playing pickleball too.
There
so
you go. That's incredible.
yeah, my wife Kimmy bought some Asics pickleball shoes actually.
Get at it. I didn't know they had.
Yeah, I didn't
Asics
either.
pickleball
I don't know if it's just tennis shoes, but
Probably.
it's I think she said they're specifically for pickleball.
I think someone should do a like Velasic Pickles crossover shoe crossover.
Yeah, these are the ones I think. Gel Renma.
Let's see them.
I like them.
Yeah,
They
they're
look nice.
Yeah, those are hot.
Did you get the all whites?
Yep,
Hell yeah.
all whites. It is for pickleball.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's when you know you've made it, when they start making shoes for your sport.
I know, right? So yeah, if you're planning on buying pickleball shoes, this is literally the only pickleball shoe I know about. So
What I
one.
was saying is like Velasic,
the
they
pickles.
they should do a
Oh,
shoe collab. So it'd be
yeah.
like a Velasic, because that's probably the most popular pickle, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
And then it has a stork. You could do like a nice collab shoe, pickleball, pickle shoes.
Maybe it's already in the works.
Yeah, I would get on it.
I didn't get into pickles until really late in life. That was one of the last foods that I came around to.
What about mushrooms?
I liked them before pickles. Yeah, pickles was one of the final.
I'm kind of aligned with that. Yeah.
Now
I
makes
get it.
totally into them.
I was a super picky eater though when I was a child, and my parents didn't force me to eat things, so I didn't try a lot of foods till later in life. But now I pretty much like everything.
That's our Henry.
Oh, really? Once his palate develops, Honestly, if my kids ate the way I did, I would be freaked out, like that they were gonna survive.
Yeah.
Because I did like
Look
was
at you
like-
over here thriving.
At one
Yeah,
point,
I
at
know.
one point, all he ate was like these bars specifically from Trader Joe's. So like a cereal bar with the fruit inside.
yeah.
But if I went to like the Easy store to go get them,
Oh no, definitely not.
he
Yeah,
wouldn't eat those.
that's the same way I was. Yeah.
But he had to have the Trader Joe's
Right.
cereal bar.
Yep.
So we stocked up on them, and finally one day he was like, "I don't want them anymore." And I'm like, "What am I gonna do with like 60 boxes of cereal bars?"
Did you figure it out?
No, I still think they're in our cabinet
You
somewhere.
could kick them my way my kids would probably eat them
Oh,
if you find them.
nightmare.
Anyways, all right. So that's probably it for this week. Do you think?
Yeah.
Anything else
mm.
that we had to cover?
Nope.
We covered grit.
Yep.
We covered trail running.
hmm
We covered pillows.
Pillows.
My birthday. Thank you, by the way.
There you go.
I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Mostly because
It's so easy to
remember.
find out our ages. Like, just check a race result.
I'm 41.
Yeah, because last year was the big 4-0.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Remember you got thrown off by that when I had my COVID, sending my
Oh,
COVID test?
jeez, that was the whole thing.
Because when we were going to Japan, I had to give a negative COVID test, and I was like, I asked you to print it out for me.
Yeah, and you sent me an old one.
Yeah, it was from 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Because I just searched for COVID on my computer, like my Explorer, and just sent it over. COVID test. And she was like, wait, I thought you turned 40 last year. Like, I was like, or what, is that what you said? Because it said my current age was 40.
Yeah, and I was like, did you give him the wrong birthday? I was like, I was just so confused
yeah.
as to what
And I was
happened.
confused too. And I was like, oh no. This is the day before
None
we
of
left
this
for
is
Japan.
valid. Yeah.
It turns out I just sent the wrong document.
I'm so glad that we're almost like, I want it to be a memory where we're just like, I don't even remember it anymore.
I think it's almost there.
Yeah.
Although I saw someone, every time I see someone wearing a mask outside, it's weird to me now.
Well, it is weird, but I also got annoyed because we got an alert from our iPhone that was like personal contact.
No way. They're still sending those?
No. It was an alert to tell you they're no longer going to send you.
Oh,
But
okay.
it came up as an alert. It said, close contact alert. And you're like, oh, really? Like, I've been near someone with COVID. This is weird.
Yeah.
So you click on it and they're like, we're not going to send these anymore. And you're like, thanks for crying wolf.
I mean, already, yeah, right. Already, it seems there's parts that honestly seem like a dream. When you think about
Like
it,
the
you're like,
pandemic?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's parts of it that are so weird that you're like, did that actually? You question whether that actually happened or not. And so imagine in 5 years, you're just gonna be. You're probably people. You know how people's memories change over time. People are gonna tell the craziest stories about COVID in like 20 years.
Yeah.
They're just gonna come up with stuff that clearly they think happened, but never even happened. So it's so outside of the realm of reality.
We lived underground for
Yeah.
about 30 years.
Although no one's gonna believe the toilet paper thing.
I wonder what it will be next time.
People fighting over toilet paper. What a bunch of clowns. How much did you hoard?
We didn't hoard any. We would go to BJ's.
Yeah.
And we'd try to get toilet paper and we'd be like, well,
Yeah. I think if you're a trail runner, it helps. You know that you don't really need it.
well, you also know, I mean,
How did we get back here?
Oh,
Yeah.
How did we get
sorry.
back here? Every time.
I mean,
it
it was weird.
was weird.
All right. That's good.
What
enough.
else other than
Well,
toilet paper got hoarded?
COVID tests got hoarded. I know
Yeah.
that for sure. People were hoarding those like crazy.
Also, those N64, or is that just
Yeah,
Nintendo?
mask hoarding. Yeah.
Nintendo 64.
Go-
No.
You couldn't find GoldenEye copies anywhere.
Yeah. Oh. No, but those like professional masks.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
All right.
All right. So let's wrap it up. Thanks, Brandon, for producing this and getting it edited up and adding in all the fun stuff on the video. And if you haven't watched it on YouTube, maybe listen to it on your podcast first, then go watch it on YouTube. Go back and listen to it again so that then that time you can picture everything. And that'll give us 3. We're trying to maintain a certain number of downloads, so do it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or leave us a rating and review.
Yeah.
Say something nice if you want.
We haven't read a review in a while, but I don't know.
Or
You think we should?
Do it.
Do you have one?
no, no.
Okay.
I did have one. Apple Podcasts to drop. I'm just gonna say what I'm typing.
I'm getting there first.
Let's see who can get there first.
Where's the reviews? Here they are.
Great.
Ah, dang it. You got it?
Is this a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is from Charging DC. Did we decide how these names are configured? Do they make them up?
No, they do have
They
these names.
do actually make
They
them
make their
up.
names.
Yeah. Oh, this is from like a couple of days ago.
So read it.
Okay, the title is great. Great running podcasts are tough to find. Many are elitist, technical, and boring. This one hits a sweet spot for me by offering great running information, but mixing it with entertainment, fun, and humor. Listening to it feels like hanging out with good running friends. I really enjoy it. This is by far my new favorite running podcast.
By far. Wow.
Cheers.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
Charging DC.
Put that one in my pocket.
Yeah. DC, Drain the Swamp. This sounds like a little bit of it's charging DC. It could be charging DC like the electrical current.
That's what I was thinking. Like he's an electrician.
Yeah, so he did say it offers.
You were thinking of the Capitol getting invaded.
I didn't think. I was thinking charging like electrical cars, DC.
Okay.
Or
Could be that too.
Or maybe like charging them more money to do their jobs or something.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't thinking about the. It might be that. Dude, I was. No, but he said we offer great running information, which is disinformation, because I don't know if that's actually true.
I think that Megan every once in a while offers a good.
That's true.
Good.
I was almost going to read this other one that also we just got.
Let's hear.
Okay.
It says, this is from PRROBD.
I'm going to say it stands for Personal Record Rob D.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
This also just made me think about the memes account that we have to talk about at the end.
Okay.
Okay. It says, keep doing what y'all are doing. Hands down my favorite, quote, running podcast. I feel you there. Can't wait to meet you guys someday. By the way, thanks, Meg, for the foot wrapped in arnica and arthritis cream hack. I've been dealing with some metatarsal. What is that? Metatarsalgia? How do you?
Yeah.
Massagia.
It's the problem. Where,
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, in their right foot for about a month now, 1 week into the treatment. And while it's not completely gone, it's greatly improved. And the first time I've been able to run in 3 days in a row in a month.
Wow. Look at
I'm just
that.
out here curing
just
humans.
Doing
So,
the Lord's work.
doing the Lord's work.
Why can't doctors figure this shit out?
Yeah, Meg, you might be I feel like it's almost like a common law marriage. Like if you
Heal enough
have
people.
a treatment that heals enough people, you're just a doctor.
I'm just going to start writing it in my signature.
I know another person that healed people back in the day, and he was pretty popular with the kids.
Yeah.
He cured the blind. He made wine into water.
Yeah, you lost me on the kids part, but I thought I knew.
At that time, they were young. They were
Oh,
like in their
yeah.
20s and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think about
like
it.
nobody lived past
Yeah,
25.
an old guy was 35.
That's true.
Like you would be an elder
Yeah,
right now.
you're in good company, Meg.
One final thing, I want to figure out who the BITR memes person is. So
John actually had a good thing because we kind of figured out they must be a former faster bastard or there's no former they're a faster bastard. But we don't know where they're living, but we do know that they on the day before Cinco de Mayo, they were in Philly.
drinking a martini.
And so he's like, why not just go look at Strava on May 4th?
You can't do it.
In our faster
Can't do it because I already
bastards.
tried. It only goes back like 3 days.
SOL.
Nobody knows, there's an Instagram account called BITR Memes, which is honestly at first I thought it was just someone going to make fun of us
I mean, they are.
I had a guy go
in a bad way. Though.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be cruel.
Yeah, which I was whatever. We probably deserve it, but it's legitimately funny memes, and it goes real deep. So I know they're listening right now.
It's a knowledge base there.
Yeah. And so follow them, I guess. I don't know. So you can see people making fun of us in a wholesome way.
Yeah. And don't start one if you're going to be a mean person.
Yeah, and the good news is that whoever's doing it is actually really good at memes, because I feel like it's a talent that some people think they can do.
Yeah.
And they cannot.
They cannot.
You know who was good at memes but just kind of gave it up?
Who?
Jared.
Jarrett's pretty good. He had
some misses.
He's not even listening. This is the end of the podcast.
No, he listens.
Not to
sometimes.
the
He
end.
doesn't
Not to
listen.
the end.
True.
He probably has some program that anytime they mention me.
He's got Google alerts.
The
for
Google
YouTube
alerts.
I
videos.
wouldn't be shocked.
All right. So let's wrap it up. Meg, you know what to do.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hi, Mom.